Morning, friends. Today is day 168 of learning. It's been a while since we practiced our number poems, so let's refresh our memories on how to write our numbers. First, let's start with a 1. Making a straight line is fun. That's the way you make a 1. Now let's make a 6. Down to a loop, a 6 rolls a hoop. Let's make an 8. Make an S, don't wait. Go straight up and make an 8. 168. This number means that there's one group of 100. This is the tens place, which means there are 6 groups of 10, and this is the ones place, which means there are just 8 ones. 168. I want you to hold that in your hand and count on until we get to 170. Ready? 169, 170. In 2 days, we're going to celebrate the 170th day of learning. Well, in today's episode, we're going to be thinking a lot about pizza. Do you like pizza? I do. I like pizza in all kinds of shapes. I'm going to draw a shape and let's see if you can figure out what's my shape. What shape is that? A circle. I like my pizzas in the shape of a circle. I also like my pizzas in this shape. What shape is that? A rectangle. Good job. Well, we're going to be reviewing a lot of things today. In this episode, I'm going to be reading a book. It's brand new. I just got it. Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. Since this week, my personal narrative was about the best birthday party, I thought this book would be so perfect. We're also going to be learning about fractions in math. But before we do that, let's get ready to review some of our digraphs. We have been learning about how these two letters make one sound. Ready? Let's review them. S-H, ship. Shh. Your turn. W-H, whale. Wah. Your turn. Good. P-H, phone. Next one. Ready? C-H, chair. Ch. And the last one. Try it all by yourself. Ready? T-H, thumb. Make that tongue sandwich. All right, friends. Well, before we dive in with our reading today, we are going to be learning about fractions on day 168. Let's talk about fractions. What are fractions? Well, fractions are parts of a whole. Can you say that with me? Fractions are parts of a whole. Now, this whole is not like a little hole that appears in your shoe. Whole means like an entire part, an entire piece of something. So today I want to teach you about halves and what's not a half. So say halves. Halves means that there are 2 parts in one whole. So I have drawn some examples of halves right over here. This is a circle, and I did my best to draw one line going straight through it, which means this part is equal to this part. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. Can you say that? 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. Well, halves don't always come in circles. They can also be any shape, so long as they have 2 parts. So this shape is a square. So I took this square and I did my best this time to draw a diagonal line going from one corner to the next. And this still shows 2 parts. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. These are examples of halves. Now I want to show you this example. This is still a circle, but do you see how the line isn't perfectly in the middle? So this is not a half. That is not a half. That is not equal. This part is not equal to that. So this half is definitely not equal. If you look at this example, I drew a line here. Is this equal? This is not a half because the line is not showing 2 equal parts. So if we were to think about this idea as a pizza, since we're thinking about pizzas today. And we know that pizzas can be round. If I were to divide this pizza this way and said, this piece is for you, but this whole piece over here is for Mrs. Watkins, would that be fair? Yes or no? That would not be fair. So this is not equal to that. So this is not a half. Do you hear that sound, friends? It's garbage day over here in my neighborhood. We're so thankful for all of our essential workers that are still helping us continue on and have all these great services in our neighborhoods, all of these essential workers. Okay, so back on track. Let me go ahead and divide it up as best as I can. Now it is equal. This is how I write a half. 1 part out of 2. 1 half. And this is also 1 half. 1 half and 1 half. This is equal. Now, what if the shape looked different? What if it looked like a square? If it's right in the middle, it is a half. If it is a triangle, let's take a look at what a triangle would look like. Could I make a half out of this? Yes. I could draw a line right down the middle, and this would be 1 half and 1 half. Today, I'd like to challenge you. After our lesson today on our video, I would like to challenge you with going into your IXL time, and you're going to look for Kinder Math, Section O. O1 talks about equal parts. So I'm going to show you some examples, and then you can try it today for your IXL time. So I'm over here on Section O in kindergarten math for fractions. I'm going to try O.1, which is equal parts. And my first question, let's see if it can load up. There it is. It says, we can always listen to the question. Hopefully it works if my connection is right. Select the picture that shows equal parts.
Select the picture that shows equal parts.
So we need to find the pictures that show parts that are all equal. Is this part equal to that part? It's not, so I'm not going to select that one. This circle has 4 parts. Are all of the parts equal? Yes, they are. Now, if you look closely at this one of the parts, see that middle part? That part is bigger than the rest. So the one with equal parts is this one. See if it loads correctly. My connection might be a little spotty today. Oh, brilliant. Let's do one more. Waiting. Technology has been such a great tool, but sometimes it takes time. Waiting. While we're waiting, I want to wish you a wonderful day today. Are you ready to have a great day? I am too. I can't wait to read our book. Well, we might have to wait on this one and just let's give it a few more seconds. Might be a little too early for my internet access today. All right, well, while we're waiting for that to load, let me show you again. You're going to be looking for equal parts on kindergarten math in IXL on section O1. A challenge would be O2, which is identify halves, thirds, and fourths. Halves have 2 parts, thirds have 3 parts, and fourths have 4 parts. All right, let's get ready to read. Reading is so much fun. I love Pete the Cat. Do you? I love all the adventures that Pete goes on. This book is titled Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. Now, what makes a perfect pizza party? Friends? Yeah. How about super cheesy pizza? Oh yeah. What about extra pepperoni? Well, in this book, we're going to learn how Pete enjoys his time with his friends, and Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party by Kimberly and James Dean. When I first opened this book, I was so surprised to see all the different kinds of pizza that you could have. You could even have a pizza with a smelly sock. Would you eat that? I wouldn't, but maybe you would be willing to try a pizza with eggs. Or maybe a pizza with blueberries. How about a pizza with cupcakes? Isn't it fun to make your imagination think about all these possibilities? I'm going to take the book cover off so we can really focus in on our story. Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. Will you help me read the title page? Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete the Cat loves pizza. Pete the Cat loves parties too. Pete had an idea of what he could do. He would have the perfect pizza party. Ooh, an invitation. Let's read it. You are invited to Pete's pizza party. Fun, games, music. Bring your swimsuit. Looks like it's going to be a fun day at Pete's house. Pete's friends all arrived. It was time to build the perfect pizza together. That would make the pizza even better. Pete thought the perfect pizza would be pepperoni with extra cheese. I love extra cheese. It's a party, a pepperoni pizza party. Pin the tail on the unicorn. But everyone did not agree. Callie said pepperoni would be just fine, but I really love pretzels on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pretzels? Well, that's something new, but maybe pretzels could be groovy too. I love how Pete is listening to every friend's ideas. Callie's idea is to put pretzels on the pizza. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pizza party. Squirrel said, pepperoni and pretzels would be just fine, but I really love pistachios on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pistachios? Well, that's something new, but maybe pistachios could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pistachio pizza party. What do you notice about all the toppings? What letter do they start with? Listen carefully. Pepperoni, pretzels, pistachio. They all start with the letter P. Grumpy Toad said, pepperoni, pretzels, and pistachios would be just fine, but I really love pickles on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pickles? Well, that's something new, but maybe pickles could be groovy too. Pickles. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle pizza party. Want to try that with me? It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle pizza party. Wow, that's a lot of good toppings. Interesting. Gus said, pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, and pickles would be just fine, but I really love popcorn on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Popcorn? Well, that's something new, but maybe popcorn could be groovy too. Wow, they're all thinking and puzzled. Puzzled means they're confused. But I love how they're accepting everyone's ideas. Oh, the song's going to change a little bit. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, pizza party. And here is a big sign. Do you think you can read this? Pete's Pizza Party Bus. Alligator said, pepperoni, pretzels, pistachio, pickles, and popcorn would be just fine, but I really love papaya on mine. Now Pete and the gang were really puzzled. Papaya? Well, that's something new, but maybe papaya could be groovy too. Wow, look at all these toppings that start with the letter P. Can you name them in order? Let's see. It's a party, a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya, pizza party. Pete and the gang piled the pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, popcorn, and papaya on top. The pizza was so high they had to stop. Ding! The pizza was done. Trying something new might be fun. They all built up the courage to take a first bite. And the pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya pizza was... I wonder what describing word they're going to use. Let's find out. Do you think it's going to taste good? Would you eat this pizza? Well, it definitely has a lot of several interesting food groups. We have fruit for papaya. We've got protein for the pepperoni. We got some pickles, which used to be cucumbers, so count as vegetables. Got some grains here with the pretzel. Cheese is dairy. Would you try this pizza? Would you have the courage to try something new? Let's see if Pete's friends do. Out of sight. Dynamite, just right. In the end, the perfect pizza is a pizza shared with friends. This is so cute. Callie is holding a little bottle that says heartburn relief. Now, do you know what heartburn is? It's usually something grown-ups get when sometimes we eat foods that don't agree with us. And this little bit of medicine helps our tummies settle down and feel better. In the end, the perfect pizza is a pizza shared with friends. The end. Wow. In this book, we learned about Pete's perfect pizza party. I loved how he allowed all of his friends to share all of their ideas and think about what would make the perfect pizza party. And in the end, they all had a really good time. Today we learned about fractions. We know that fractions are parts of a whole. Not a whole like a hole in your shoe, but a whole as in an entire part. So don't forget to try identifying those equal parts by going into iExcel, Math Kinder, Section O01, which is talking about equal parts. Tomorrow I'll go into further depth with O2, which is identifying halves, thirds, and fourths. I want to wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Stay strong. Keep up the great work with all the things that you're doing. How's your writing coming along? I hope you're adding details and doing your very best. I'll see you tomorrow, friends.